Okay, it's a nighttime story. So, how do I actually start playing Guqin? How do I fall in love with Guqin? There are too many things that actually get me into this. Well, the first thing is that uh, I actually watched a lot of like Asian Chinese fancy TV series. I would say that, and like that gives me a lot of sense of what is Guqin. It sounds like some weapon to me. Like if you've ever watched Kung Fu, that movie, by uh by Long, I guess no, 甄子丹, I guess. Um, it's it's all about like Chinese kung fu, and it's so funny that this instrument was shown in the scene, and saying like if you play this, you can basically killing people by its sound. I feel like wow, that's so cool. Like, can I kill people by just like playing some instrument? That sounds like much easier than actually beating people, right? Like, I mean, I don't want to be beat in the face. So, and I was like kind of like not that interested into this thing. I'm just feeling like this is a funny stuff. And then like in more and more the Asian Chinese drama TV series, I saw this instrument and I get used to it. I feel like this kind of instrument is just for the TV series and just for the people who are living like 5,000 years ago and they have to play this instrument, and it doesn't sound so good, it doesn't sound so bad, it just sounds very quiet and kind of something like very Asian. You feel like you just time traveling back to that time. So I was like not actually super impressed with that until one day that I heard Guqin actually is the world heritage. And then I was like, why this small instrument has this power to be a world heritage? So what is actually special about it? And so I Google online and I see like different descriptions of it, and it turns out it's really powerful in music. Like it can actually express a lot of human emotions. That's something I've never thought about it at the beginning, because I feel like, how to say that, like I play piano since I was 5 years old, and the reason why I play it just like if it sounds really good, it can entertain people and entertain myself, and by like practicing it, I can play different pieces, and they're really good music. But Guqin, something that impressed me is not like how beautiful it will sound. Oh, it sounds beautiful, but actually is it's saying that by playing Guqin, you can actually express your own emotion. It's not by playing other people's pieces, but just like playing it. Like, even though you don't know how to play it, but like you just touch it. You just touch a string, touch several strings, and then you can actually lash out, let it go, like get your emotional stress or anything out. And that's something I want to try, because I feel like if this thing happens to me, it's gonna be, how to say that, like emotional medical therapy, or like for people or for human being. That's crazy, but I don't know why I'm thinking about that, but I'm thinking about that. So actually I have this idea in my mind, but I didn't get the opportunity to actually get into Guqin, or like actually know which one is good to buy and something like that. And until I actually so much into one TV series, I have to say that it's a shame, but I really into that gay TV series. And like the Gucci instrument is kind of like the connection between those two gays, and I was like, oh my god, I really love this thing, and I really love how they communicate, and I listen to the Guqin piece. I feel like it actually make me cry. Like it actually makes me cry, and I feel it. It's so deeply. It can be deeply connected to human emotions, even though we're in modern world. At this time, like I feel like it's just like destiny. Like I saw this girl posting her own instrument online, saying like this is for sale because she has too much Gucci and she just want to get rid of one, and this one is exactly the the type that I like, and I hear the song is exactly the one I want, and also it's really good. It's like a masterpiece. Like it's made by some masters, which means it has value, and the sound of it is gonna be like improved over time. Like the more you practice it, the better it sounds. That's the typical character that I like about Guqin. And then I got this piece of instrument with my first salary. I feel like, okay, if I buy this, I have to be responsible for myself, and I have to be responsible for this instrument. So I started learning it. I didn't expect myself to learn so fast, but actually the first piece I learned is the one that actually touched me so much in that gays TV series. You can see on my YouTube video, that's the first one. It's really hard. I remember the first month I'm playing it, I was like practicing whole weekend, like from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every weekend days, and like my fingers got bleeding, like especially this one and this one got bleeding a lot, and like it bleeds, and I have to wait until it heals, and then keep playing, keep practicing, and in the meantime I'm learning the language, because I feel like you have to actually learn the language to actually like feel this his history, feel the history of it. So yeah, I took time. I took my time to learn it. I took my time to practice it. And I don't want to say that I'm talented in music or whatever, because like people saying the past, the actual past that you're playing Guqin or you're practicing it, is that you have practiced it 1 hour every day because it's gonna hurt your fingers. But I actually practice like at least 5 hours per day. I would say that 5 hours, like average, like at average the time, the concentrated time in weekends and also the weekday times, like average 5 hours per day. So it bleeds, it heals, it bleeds, it heals, and that's how I got everything ready in 1 month. And then I fell in love with it. I feel like the more you invest it on something, the more you're gonna love it. That's the truth, and that's the story how it begins.